It is finally time, guys. It is finally time for me to talk spoilers for Sonic Movie 3. And oh man, there's just so much stuff I want to get into, so let's not waste any more time and get on with this spoiler review. So the movie pretty much starts off at Prison Island, where Shadow has been in cryostasis pretty much. And the the gun soldier corporation agents come in, and Shadow pretty much busts out of his containment cell, and he just lays waste to all of these gun agents, freaking using his chaos control to teleport, freaking kicking and punching and freaking. It is like that right there lets you know. Like that opening right there lets you know this movie is not screwing around. This movie gets right into the action, and from there, it does not let up. There is no moment to breathe. And I like that. But after that great, amazing opening scene, we cut to Sonic and his family pretty much pretty much going camping, and Sonic and his friends, of course, Tails and Knuckles have a race, and he's running. He's doing his classic, spin dash attack, that we all do in the games, and he's and when he runs past the sign, he spins it again, just like in the games. He thinks he won the race, however, Tails and Knuckles already made it to the finish line, and they do the tapping foot thing. You know how in the games, right, where if you wait too long, Sonic will start tapping his foot, like being impatient. Well, yeah, they threw that in there. But, however, it was just holograms to pretty much distract him, because this is pretty much not really his birthday, but the 1 year anniversary that he pretty much came to Earth, and so that was nice for everyone to throw him a little surprise party. And then we get a pretty good emotional moment between him and Tom, to where we pretty much get, pretty much the themes of this movie is pretty much, again, about, family. Like, it deals with loss. It deals with, don't let your revenge consume you, because, like, my gosh, for a dang kids movie, this movie is seriously, like, more, seriously, for a damn kids movie, this movie is more adult than some of the, adult movies we get. And I like that about this movie, because, again, I like the theme that these movies have had. They're not just silly, goofy fun, which is definitely amazing, but they all have a core message to tell. And I love that about these movies. Once again, me being a damn Sonic fan, which is why I go to see these movies. This movie is perfect. Yeah. Oh, I'm already getting people in the chat. One person says this movie's perfect. Yeah, that's right. So anyway, after that scene, we pretty much then. So anyway, though, after that scene, the team is pretty much called into action with by Agent Rockwell, played by Kristen Ritter. And you know what? I do kind of wish Kristen Ritter had more to do in the movie. I mean, this is Jessica Jones. This is Jane from Breaking Bad. I really do wish that she had a little bit more to do in the movie. But hey, that's okay. For the little that she's on screen, she serves her time. She serves her time well. And so yeah, she's pretty much telling Team Sonic about pretty much about the chaos that has been going down in Tokyo, Japan. So the team, of course, wastes no time, gets into a gets into a helicopter, and I loved this line calling back to literally the beginning of Adventure 2 where Sonic is literally like, and I can't believe these words came out of Ben Schwartz's mouth. He literally says, and I quote, what, no peanuts? No movies on this flight? We're out of here. Like right out of the opening of Adventure 2. And then they jump out of the helicopter, and their first fight with Shadow, of course, doesn't go over so well. He kicks all three of their asses. Shadow gets on his motorcycle with this gun, and don't worry, it is a laser gun. And Sonic chases after him, but Tails is like, wait, no, Sonic, we're a team. And Sonic's like, when has that ever stopped me? And like I absolutely loved this whole entire chase scene. I mean, they're going up the wall. I mean like on the motorcycle's like going up the walls. Shadow's teleporting all over the road, and his motorcycle can teleport along with them. So I like the fact that even his motorcycle is pretty much an extension of his power. The, You get the iconic Akira slide, the slide that all motorcycles do when their sparks will, on the that was awesome. That was great. Then of course we get that shot from the trailer where they both clash, and it pretty much knocks out the entire town of Tokyo. Oh, hang on. Well, not knocks it out, but I mean, no power, and then the power comes back on. Oh no, wait! I got another comment real quick. The ending scene with Eggman made me cry. Oh, don't worry, buddy. I'll get into that. I will get into that. Don't give me. I will get into that. Hang on. Give me a second. Just hang on, buddy. Don't worry. I will get into that. So then after that, then we have the the Chow Garden scene, and it's pretty much like, and we pretty much knew this obviously from the trailer that I like the fact that but I'm gonna say it here again in my review. I like the fact that it's pretty much like a mascot like Chuck E. Cheese place, and so that was great. And you get Agent Walters from the last movies, Olive Garden guy. And he pretty much tells Sonic and his friends about the backstory of Shadow, and and, um, and it is very different, very different from the video games, because apparently Shadow was on like a big meteor. He crashed down to Earth. And then of course the um uh, Jared Robotnik pretty much found him, and as well as the gun organization. Um, uh, and pretty much, if you played the Adventure 2 game, when there's Maria and all that stuff, and of course, you know what happens to her. Of course, if you play the Adventure 2 game, but yeah, they keep that. They keep that element. They just change the backstory of he literally came from a damn meteor. So yeah, that was a good. I liked that change. I actually liked that change because it fits well with the movie's world. And then this was one of the first big shocking moments in the movie. Agent Walters gets killed by the Eggman drones. Yeah, because of course we've seen the trailer. You know that the Eggman drones attack the Chow Garden, and Agent Walters gets killed. And I'm like, oh damn, this movie really is going for it. It's going dark places. Okay. So I liked that. I liked that a lot. Absolutely loved it. And then that's when you the and then that's when you get this person on a motorcycle and he's taking out all the Eggman drones, and it's Agent Stone from the other movies. And I like the line that Knuckles says, "It's the goat milker." That made me laugh out loud. That made me laugh. That was pretty funny. It's the goat milker. uh, but anyway, though, they find Dr. Robotnik. He's been watching this Spanish soap opera of all things, and that was pretty funny. And it even comes back a little later in the movie. And it's just weird. And he's pretty much, on the, and he's pretty much got the fat belly. He's got Jim Carrey actually did shave his hair, and I liked that. I'm glad that they let Jim Carrey shave his hair, to go full on Eggman Dr. Robotnik in the movie. And so anyway, Sonic and his friends are like, "Look, man, we need your help." And the reason that they give as to why, is because apparently Eggman's like, "Nobody uses my drones other than me." And so they pretty much got to track him, track down this, this. And so they pretty much got to find out where Shadow is, and so they pretty much track him down to this. It looked kind of like this big warehouse or something, like that's what it kind of looked like. However, before we get into that scene, we do get our first flashback scene with Shadow and Maria, and it is a great montage. Shadow obviously gets his shoes from Maria as well, and I'm glad. And his boot jets, and so I like that, and the big first montage of them bonding, and it's really nice and sweet. And like she's pretty much there for him, even when they were doing horrible experiments to him, she was still there for him. And he's watching movies with her. They're eating snacks together, and then we get this really great, pretty emotional scene where they're outside and they look up at the stars, and Shadow's like, what happens to the stars? If they go out. And Maria's like, as long as there are stars in the sky, there will always be light. And he talks about he goes, "Why am I dangerous?" He goes, "Why am I dangerous? The other scientists look at me weird." And obviously Maria's like, I like you for who you are. And that was a really great emotional moment. So then, of course, cut back to present day, and Sonic and his friends, along with Eggman, have pretty much tracked down the really big looking. It seriously did look like a warehouse a little bit, and it had and of course that's where you get the whole thing about Knuckles being afraid of ghosts, because in a really funny cutaway gag, it's literally in a really funny cutaway gag, the boys were watching Casper, and then Knuckles is like, and then cut back to present, and And then we cut back, and Knuckles is like, "There's no such thing as a friendly ghost." So yeah, I liked that. And Knuckles is like, "Ghost, I'm not afraid of you." And like that was pretty funny. And then like Shadow comes up and scare. But yeah, they do split up. But yeah, they pretty much do split up mainly because of Sonic doesn't want Eggman out of his sight. So they split up. Hey, guess what? Even in non-horror movies, it's a bad idea to split up. So yeah, not just in horror movies, but in non-horror movies, it's also a bad idea to split up. And like out of nowhere, scared. Shadow pretty much scares everyone and he pretty much ties Sonic and his friends up, and then we have Eggman pretty much wandering off, right, and that's when he meets his grandfather, Gerald Robotnik, and like I said in my spoiler-free review, Jim Carrey, even though he is in his 60s now, his humor, his comedy just makes these movies work. And and so it's pretty much revealed that Dr. Robotnik didn't have any family. Like it's revealed that he really didn't have any family, like at all. And so like finally meeting his granddad, it's like a wholesome moment for him. And pretty much Gerald pretty much plays into it as well. They're joking around with her, and I loved the meta joke of it's almost like we're playing the same it's almost like we're played by the same actor in a movie. I actually really liked that joke. Very meta Deadpool kind of style humor. And I liked that. So then we get the scene, of course, now we've seen in the trailers where Dr. Robotnik and Eggman pretty much where Dr. Robotnik and Gerald have pretty much teamed up now. They're teamed up with Shadow and Sonic's like and Sonic tries to talk Shadow down. He tries to talk him down by going, look, man, this isn't right. Look, man, this isn't right. This isn't what they would have wanted. And Shadow's like, for 50 years they have experimented on me and they took everything away from me. This is who I am. And then of course we get the scene with the with the big marble portal thing, and yeah, it's pretty much a portal to another dimension that literally like sucks everything in the room in. And so Sonic and his friends pretty much get out of there by Sonic asks Tails, "Do you have another ring on you?" And Tails says, "Yeah." Knuckles is like, "We're not friends. I will bite on this rope to get us to hold us in place." Like that's what I meant in my non-spoiler review about Knuckles when I said that I love the fact that he really is the older brother of the group, and like he really does care for his brothers. Like I love that. And so thankfully the ring opens up. They escape back to the house, and Tom and Maddie have literally just been like chilling at the house, like literally not doing anything, bored out of their minds, even though they have literally like done puzzles and like making bread, like they're still bored out of their minds, and like that's what I said as well when I was talking about in my spoiler free review about the human care, about the humans, about the human characters in the movie, because they because they didn't take away any screen time from the characters that we are here to watch. And so I liked that. They finally found the perfect balance with in this third movie. And so they gotta go. And so they tell them that they need their help, and so they got to go to London to pretty much steal because there are pretty much two keys to pretty much activate the space colony arc, pretty much to pretty much activate the space colony arc. And so they do have one key, but they still got to get the other key from London. And so the plan is pretty much kind of like, like full on Mission Impossible, to where they gotta get past the laser grids, and they gotta pretty much sneak into the vault to get the key. And I love Sonic's little joke of, why don't we just get Tom Cruise to do? Like, I know a lot of people really don't really like I know a lot of people really don't like Sonic's humor in these movies, but I do like it. Ben Schwartz just delivers a really great performance each and every time with every single one of these movies, and I find him funny with every single funny line that comes out of his mouth. However, Dr. Robotnik and his grandfather, and Shadow pretty much make it there first. But before that, we get we have another montage where Dr. Robotnik and his grandfather Gerald pretty much do all the things that Dr. Robotnik has been wanting to do with the film. They're out. His granddad's teaching him how to ride a bike, and like his granddad's dressed up as Santa. And he tackles him like the Christmas tree. Again, Jim Carrey and his physical comedy is what makes these movies. And I love every single one of the song choices as well. Not just the big one that I literally lost my shit over, but all the other ones as well, especially and including this one that plays during this montage. Wouldn't it be nice if we were older and be alone? And so yeah, I loved that. And so then we get to the part where Dr. Robotnik and his grandfather Gerald and Shadow and Agent Stone pretty much all are at make it to London, and Dr. Robotnik tells Agent Stone to watch Shadow, and we get this really funny line, like, even though it's dead serious coming from Shadow Keanu Reeves, it's still really funny where Agent Stone goes, come on, Shadow, let's go get some guacamole. And Shadow's like, revenge guac. Like, I don't know what it is about that line, but Even though it's dead serious, it still made me laugh. Revenge Guac. Oh god. And so Sonic and his friends make it to London, and and Tails pretty much made this technology to where Tom and Maddie can pretty much look like anybody, and so to pretty much get into this to the facility and so to pretty much get into the facility, they pretty much use Tails' technology to pretty much make themselves look like different people, and so yeah, the scene where they pretty much make themselves look like Maddie's sister and her husband Rachel and Randall, and like that's how they're pretty much even able to get in, even though the guy tells them that the facility pretty much kind of is, the place pretty much kind of is on lockdown, and like, but he lets them in because Maddie disguised as Rachel says, "I'll fire you," and I'm like, okay, I don't think that's how it works, but okay. And then, and then you cut to, that same um uh, Mexican and then you cut back to that same Mexican soap opera that Robotnik was watching earlier in the movie, and Shadow's watching it. And again, I laughed, even though the line is dead serious. I laughed at this one where he goes, "Maybe she should just kill him." Like, I don't know what it is. Like even Shadow has some fun. Even though both of the lines that I laughed at are still dead serious. I don't know what it is about that I found funny. But yeah, even that one was funny. And then it's not really revealed to us, but apparently Shadow pretty much told Agent Stone what Gerald's real plan is. But thankfully, though, they didn't. They didn't show us that yet. They kind of did want us to keep us into for with the mystery with that, because otherwise it probably wouldn't have hit hard when Gerald revealed his big plan, revealed his massive evil plan to Dr. Robotnik. And so Sonic and so Sonic pretty much and so Sonic and Knuckles are Knuckles is pretty much standing literally on top of the Big Ben, and you get Sonic doing some really funny stuff in London where he literally imitates the Beatles, and like he literally finds like the outfit of the King of England, and he's like, "Hello, Governor, Sonic likes some tea." Oh, again, I know a lot of people don't like Sonic's humor in these movies, but I like it, seriously. Ben Schwartz delivers. And then you get the other pretty fun, pretty funny scene in the movie where Dr. Robotnik and his grandfather got to go through these lasers, and the way to do that is for pretty much them to dance. Uh, and I'm like, okay, how in the world are the lasers not touching your guys' heads and frying you? Like seriously, like I get that your suits are both pretty much protecting you, but yeah, but yeah, your head, yeah. If you sway this way and sway that way against the lasers, like your head will be fried. So like, but, but yeah, but yeah, little tiny plot convenience aside, this scene was funny. Like in their dancing, this scene was really funny. They're dancing their way through the lasers, and anyway, Sonic pretty much tells Knuckles to look, man, you're gonna have to break the glass in case of emergencies, because there's this force field. Yeah, because there's this force field that pretty much is apparently another way through to get to the vault, and and so yeah, that's how he. And so Sonic's pretty much going through the force field, and he's like, I'm not. And Knuckles telling him, "You're not gonna make it." And so Tails pretty much grabs Sonic and throws him through the force field portal, and so yeah, he makes it. But anyway, Sonic pretty much tells Knuckles to break the glass in case of emergencies. And so then Tom, Maddie, and Tails pretty much all make it into this one room, right, where pretty much gravity can pretty much be turned on and off to where apparently, you know, like you'll be able to like float. And so Agent Rockwell pretty much comes and she's like, "Oh, Robotnik, you found the key. Now I'll be taking it." And like this is where where I was kind of like, "Oh, okay, is she gonna do some evil stuff?" No, not really, because she's quickly forgotten about. For So yeah, that was a little disappointing. But I love the line as well as Dr. Robotnik and his grandpa had to where Dr. Robotnik was like granddad to where it's like I'm a grandpa. How could you let her have the key? And then Gerald is pretty much like oh grandson, women in the military. Oh god, that was really funny. So, but thankfully though, Sonic is pretty much able to turn the gravity, you know, pretty much back on, by of course doing a spin dash attack, and so but yeah, now Agent Rockwell has the key, but Tom has a plan, and he uses the hologram tech, no, not the hologram tech, the disguising tech, to pretty much disguise himself as Agent Rockwell. But Shadow comes in, right? And but Shadow comes in and he's like, Agent Walters. Because it was pretty much revealed during during the flashback scene with Maria's death, that that one of the gun soldier agents um was about to shoot her, but then another gun soldier agent was like, hey man, that's a kid, you can't do this, what are you thinking? And then um uh, um uh, so he pretty much pushes that guy out of the way, but the gun still goes off, and it hits a a and so it hits a gas cannon, and then the place pretty much explodes, and no, not that, and so this wait, but like that's not how she goes out, because the ceiling pretty much falls down on top of her, and I was like, holy crap, this movie went there. I'm like, damn. So anyway, back to the scene. So yeah, Shadow sees who he thinks is Agent Walters. He's like, you're the one that killed Maria and put me in cryostasis for 50 years. I am gonna I am gonna kill you. And Shadow freaking uppercuts Tom. And then like this was like the bit. Like I said in my spoiler pre-review, you think the movie's going one way, and then no, it pretty much throws you a curveball, and so many twists and turns happen throughout the movie. And like, man, I was shocked because I was shocked. I was shocked that this movie went there. I was like, and again, the movie is very emotional, not just from pure happiness, but also from pure sadness, because of course, the Maria flashbacks, the her death, Tom getting uppercutted, and so he realize Shadow realizes that this isn't Agent Walters, and so however, it's too late, because Sonic comes in, and he is just seriously the acting that Ben Schwartz seriously the acting on and the range that Ben Schwartz has uh, uh, doing Sonic's voice, because he comes in and he's like, Tom, are you okay? You okay? Please wake up, wake up. And Sonic is freaking pissed. And he looks at Shadow, and that's of course when you get the line from the trailer, what did you do? What I had to. And so then, so now Shadow, Dr. Robotnik, and Gerald now have the key to pretty much activate the space colony arc. And so, yeah, it gets activated. But the only way to power it up is to pretty much use Shadow's powers to abilities to power up. And so Shadow's Shadow's a little conflicted, a little bit conflicted with this. During this, where he's like, wait a minute, I don't think this is what Maria wanted. And Gerald's like, remember. And Gerald's like, no, remember what they did to you, what they did to us. And then that's when, of course, you get the flashback scene of of Maria's death. And like Shadow's like, and so Shadow like yells, and he was like running really fast, and he's like obviously powering up the Eclipse cannon, and so and so then after that as Tom is wheeled away in an ambulance, Sonic just Sonic is just like, he's pissed. He's like he is pissed, and he like lashes out at both Tails and Knuckles. To where Tails is like, Sonic, it's gonna be okay, and Sonic is like, okay. Tom is literally fighting for his life right now. And Sonic realizes that the emerald, the Chaos Emerald, I gotta use it to stop him. I gotta and so he's like, I gotta use it to stop him. And Shadow's like, and Sonic's like, Knuckles, where's the Chaos Emerald? And so Shadow's like, I know you're feeling grief, and I know you're angry and mad right now, Sonic, but we vowed, and we made a promise to only use the Chaos Emerald for good, not vengeance. And like Sonic's like getting like even more pissed, and like they're charging up, and they're like I literally thought they were about to have a fight with each other. Well, they do verbally, but not a full on fight. But and Sonic's like, I'm not gonna ask you again, Knuckles. Where is it? And so Knuckles pretty much, unfortunately, gives in and pretty much tells Sonic where it is. And he tells him it's guided by a noble warrior, and then cut to this one guy called Wade Whipple. I'm sorry, I still haven't seen the Knuckles TV show on Paramount Plus. But anyway, Sonic goes there, and again, he's still pretty pissed. He's like, he tells Wade to pretty much give him the emerald, and Wade's like, Sonic, look, I'm not gonna give you this, and then Sonic just like pretty much forcefully pretty much takes it from him, uses it, goes super, and oh my gosh! It's finally time to get into the last 30 minutes, like where it is just a full-on damn orgasm of awesomeness. Sonic goes super, flies up into space. The Eclipse cannon has now been activated, and Sonic just flies into the arc, grabs Shadow, and seriously, Ben Schwartz and Keanu Reeves voice acting in this scene is like really, really great. Really, really great. Seriously. Congratulations to both of them during this scene. To where Sonic's like, you hurt my family. And Shadow goes, now you know how I feel. And they're fighting each other. They land on that volcano-looking place that we saw in the trailer. They both go for the Chaos Emeralds. And I'm so glad that the trailer did not give this away. Thank you, trailers. Thank you. They both go super. And it is just, and this whole fight scene is just, as a Sonic fan, I'm like, ah! Like, and that's when you get the scene also in the trailer that they thankfully pretty much edited out Super Shadow. But like it starts with Sonic going to punch, Shadow blocking it. Says the line, of course, that we heard him say in the trailer of This Ends Now. And so seriously, like, it was just great. I mean, like, they're like beating on each other. They're dragging each other across the floor. They literally punch each other so hard that they both go around the whole world from London to Paris. And Shadow pretty much taunts him. And Shadow pretty much taunts Sonic to where he's like, where's your family now, huh? And Sonic's like, don't you dare talk about my family. And Shadow's like, oh, what was his name again? Tom. And Sonic just, freaking uppercuts him, sending him flying to the freaking moon. And so then Sonic is like pretty much on top of Shadow, and like he's about to deliver the killing blow. And Shadow's this literally reminded me of Spider-Man No Way Home, where Green Goblin is literally urging Tom Holland Spider-Man to do it and kill him. And so Shadow's like, do it, finish me off, do it. But then Sonic realizes that, no, vengeance is not the way. This isn't what he would have wanted. And Sonic and Shadow have a nice heart-to-heart with each other on the moon, to where it's like, to where they both pretty much talking about each other's pretty much loved ones. And Shadow's like, um and Shadow says, you're right, me this definitely isn't what Maria would have wanted either. And like he looks and he's like, because she said to me that even though the sky might be dark, there is light with the stars. Really quickly, I'm talking about this, by the way, before we get into the other, like, really great stuff about this. So Dr. Robotnik pretty much figures out that Gerald pretty much lied to him, and so that like Gerald literally tells his own grandson, "You're no Maria," and I'm like, oh damn. And then and then they have a little bit of a funny fight to where to where to where they pretty much use like kind of like these mech type of gadgets to pretty much fight. It's literally a pretty funny fight. Great job of great job of contrasting that fight, by the way, with the more serious emotional fight between Sonic and Shadow earlier. Really, really great job at that. Again, perfect balance between silly and funny, but also having some serious dark stuff underneath. So Gerald pretty much kicks Dr. Robotnik off the ark. However, Tails and Knuckles show up to save Dr. Robotnik from that fall. And then oh man, if that fight between Sonic and Shadow earlier wasn't enough, this got me freaking, like, I was clapping, I was cheering, I was like, yes, 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 this is how you do it. Sonic and Shadow go super. Sonic says his catchphrase, gotta go fast. And then the song starts playing. Live and learn. Hanging on the edge of tomorrow. Live and learn. Like, oh, yes, baby. And they're fighting off the drones again. Also, just like in the Adventure 2 game, and Shadow gets to use his chaos spears, and then all ending with them recreating their iconic pose from the intro of Adventure 2. I'm literally almost tearing up right now. I can't believe they did it. I can't believe they did it. I'm so happy. So the laser pretty much tries to fire at the Earth again. Also, just like in the game. And Dr. Robotnik and Knuckles pretty much have to try to stop it from pretty much the inside, while outside Sonic and Shadow pretty much got to contain the blast. And so Dr. Robotnik's like I got an idea, and so he makes this really just and so he oh yeah, the way they killed Gerald, by the way, is they pretty much just poke him and he lands into chaos energy, and pretty much I think he exploded, I think. But like yeah. That was great. Pretty funny death overall. And Robotnik's like and Shadow's like how do we stop? And Shadow's like, how do we stop it? And Dr. Robotnik's like, hang on, I got an idea. And so he makes this message to his friend Agent Stone, and he's like, you really were a good friend to me. And then he even makes a callback line to the other movies where he says, I love your coffee. I love the way you make it. And he even does the one last time. And he pretty much sacrifices himself along with Shadow. And so Sonic and his friends pretty much fly back pretty much go back home land back on Earth, and they get to have their camping trip that they've always wanted. And Sonic apologizes to his friends, like, "Look, guys, I'm sorry I acted like a jerk back there. Can you guys forgive me?" And Knuckles hugs Sonic. Knuckles hugs his brother. And Knuckles says, "Of course we forgive you." And Knuckles is like, "Team Sonic?" And Sonic's like, "Team Sonic." Yeah, and then this line as well got me a little choked up. I will admit as well. This line also got me choked up to where Sonic tells his friends, "You're the best friends I could ever have." Like seriously, like that line also got me choked up. And the movie ends with them having another rematch race. And then you get into the end credit scene, boys, and oh! So the end credit scene pretty much starts with Sonic and so apparently Sonic pretty much ran a little too fast. He ends up in this forest, and then a portal opens up from behind him, and Metal Sonic comes out. So if you guys pretty much don't know, Metal Sonic is pretty much the robot version of Sonic, and yes, he is a villain. So Sonic Movie 4 is pretty much going to be adapting the Sonic CD storyline. And you know they're definitely gonna throw in some Sonic heroes in there as well. But it's not just one Metal Sonic, it's a whole army of Metal Sonics. Yeah, full on dang Ultron. Pretty much. But just as it looks like Sonic is a goner, somebody appears from out of nowhere. Her hammer comes down, takes out all of the Metal Sonics. Sonic asks, "Who are you?" Sonic asks, "Who are you?" She pulls her hood back. Amy! It's Amy Rose! Amy! Whoa! Amy is finally here! Of course, the fourth member of Sonic's team. Now all we need now is a great voice actress for Amy, and Sonic's team is finally complete. Sonic 4, get here already, 2027, please. I need Sonic 4, Sonic Movie 4 now. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much going to be it for this stream. What did you guys think of Sonic 3? What was your favorite moment, your favorite scene, and what are you guys looking forward to in Sonic Movie 4? And how do you guys feel about Metal and Amy making their debut? Especially Amy. I want to know all your guys' thoughts. I got some more comments. Huh. Jim Carrey and Keanu Reeves are also a masterpiece, and the action of Sonic 3 is top tier. Heck yeah, it is, buddy. Heck yeah, it is. We got another one here saying, getting scene with Eggman. I already read that one. We got here saying, yeah, this is Sonic Adventure 2 movie with some changes, and yeah, this movie is also dark. Tell me your ranking. Do you love this movie more than the other two movies? First of all, yes, this is my number one so far of the franchise. Definitely. It is definitely the best one out of the three. Definitely. Definitely is. We got another one here saying, say my name, Andrew T. Everyone on the chat. What? Did you like Sonic Movie 3? Yeah, buddy, I did. I just now went on a whole spoiler-filled review discussion of the movie. We got here saying, I cried when Shadow and Sonic were talking on the moon. Yeah, I cried as well. That was definitely a great, very well done emotional sequence. Anybody else want to talk about the movie with me in the chat? Anybody else want to discuss the movie with me in the chat? Spoiler-filled discussion. But yeah, you guys, let me know what you guys think about Sonic Movie 3. This is a full-on spoiler-filled discussion, so any spoiler-filled thoughts on the movie, I just went on a whole damn hour just gushing about this movie. Let me know what you guys thought about the movie, please, down below in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe as always for more videos. And don't forget to hit the bell icon so you get notified whenever I upload both brand new videos and brand new live streams. And are you guys looking forward to Sonic 4? I definitely am after that end credit scene. Amy is finally here! Our girl Amy! I will see you guys later. Peace out.